Start. So my name is Usman and I have Daniel over here with me.
How's it going?
Yeah, so what we are going to do today is we are going to talk about our Etoro thing and like how we made a financial portfolio and we made some profit and losses as we went through. Yeah. So for the first thing in our agenda is like talking about current situation. So you obviously know that we have US presidential elections, Joe Biden versus Trump, and there were a lot of uncertainties about it. But Dan over here would like to explain a bit more about it. Like, can you please explain me a bit more about the uncertainties between it?
Would you mean the elections?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, the thing is that this whole thing was happening and there was loads of hype.
Yeah.
And then obviously the stock market was really kind of unpredictable.
Yeah.
Stocks were going up and down.
But you do realize, in the past 2 days, Nasdaq and S&P 500, and they actually rose a lot. Like I think Nasdaq rose about 9% in these 2 days, and S&P 500 rose about 6% or something.
What?
So yeah, so the stocks were really volatile these days. They were going crazy up and crazy down, and that was because of the chaos. But the logical bit would be to obviously after every election the stock market goes up because there's a certainty about what's happening next. But this time it was strange, and as it happens, we're losing our money right now. Yeah, and it's like a post-election thing. Every investor is right now just flipping out.
Yeah.
So. And
There was a thing with gold as well.
Oh yeah,
That was so weird.
Yeah, gold went actually up, but
For some reason.
yeah, but today, did you see the drop?
I've noticed,
Yeah.
It dropped down.
If you could just open the gold thing over there
Yeah,
and you would just see over there in the stats bar, it actually dropped a lot. And similarly, it happens to other commodities too. Like if you see silver dropped a bit too.
That was crazy, it dropped crazy.
Yeah, but it's at its resistance point, so it's fine. The investors are making insurances that it won't go down now, but as it happens, people are selling it.
Yeah.
And we have that in our portfolio.
We-
That's not a good thing though.
We actually lost.
Yeah.
So that's what.
But if you go to our profile, which we'll leave a link in the description box down, you'll see that we actually made 11% profit in November alone, in 9 days, fucking 9 days. So,
That was crazy.
yeah, because we were at a loss for a while. Our September wasn't good, our August wasn't good. We started off good with
I think definitely the elections one.
Yeah, but what was the thing that made us lose a lot?
That was losing. Well, Cineworld was really bad.
Yeah, Norwegian Cruise Line was the best.
Went down like
Yeah.
70% or something.
Yep.
At some point, and
Yeah.
then Rolls Royce as well. Was really bad.
Rolls-Royce, yeah, we predicted that Rolls-Royce might get back to its peak.
Rolls Royce was actually kind of stable at the beginning.
Yeah, and
And
even Cineworld was really good at first.
Cineworld was up
gave us
nearly
a profit.
80%. It
Yeah,
was insane.
exactly.
That was a mistake we did actually.
Yeah, and we got really confident that it would go even more up, but it didn't. So as it happens, we're stupid.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, just investing.
If you're interested in investing in general, the market indices are the best place to start with because in the long run, market indices are the stable and they usually tend to go up every other time. But it's just the election bit,
Yeah, that was Sunday that brought us up
Yeah.
to a kind of a
Yeah.
even level.
I mean, even with the US elections last year, it happened then too.
Same, yeah.
The pound rose way too much. I come from Pakistan. I have to keep an eye on GBP PKR. So that was a shit show. I can't say that too. Yeah.
What about the Brexit as well?
Oh yeah, with the
That
Brexit.
happened and
The Brexit was an uncertainty too, and that actually caused a lot of trouble. But yet, pound has been rising so much, especially against PKR economy. I think it has to do with Pakistani economy too. So yeah, but still,
something which was always good though
yeah,
were like investment banking.
yeah. So
Stuff like
yeah,
that was always pretty
yeah.
kind of secure to invest in.
Yeah, Credit Suisse was a
Credit
really
Suisse
good
was
position
also
for
good.
us. BNP Paribas was a really good
Actually,
position
Credit
for us.
Suisse was we had that since May and
Yeah.
it never dropped.
It never
We
dropped
never-
substantially.
never
Yeah.
had a loss.
Yeah. And the fact that if you see BNP Paribas rose about 40% since that time because I did that in the virtual account bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So BNP Paribas was a really good investment. Credit Suisse was a good investment. BlackRock was a good investment. Citigroup was a good investment. Deutsche Bank was a really good investment. Deutsche Bank is about 50% at this point.
Deutsche Bank.
Financial companies have been really strong in this whole COVID thingy. I mean, COVID has been an uncertain thing and it has caused a lot of problems, but still.
Oh, and that's another thing.
Money-making machines are still making money.
Just remembered we got this Norwegian cruise and what was it called? Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean. So
that was insane.
Yeah, because
the profit was crazy.
Our logic said that when there would be a vaccine, these cruise lines and the other things would definitely go up, but it didn't happen for us.
Well, it was insanely going up at the beginning, especially for Norwegian cruise.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, completely.
Yeah. Some reason it was just stupidity.
Well, we should have basically sold it.
Yeah,
we were
a long
too
time
greedy
ago.
and kept it there.
Because if you remember, we actually made $700 out of like $200 investment in the Norwegian cruise line one point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like what, 300% of an increase. Wait,
No,
300.
that's about that. Yeah.
But what we would like to highlight is that, like, if you think logically, with the US election, there was a stance that the market needs to go down because there was a lot of chaos. Like, since there was a prediction that it's going to be a blue wave for Biden, but it didn't happen. Like, there was a really, really close contest in a lot of states, especially with like Trump announcing that he would contest the elections if it goes south, and he would go to the court, to the Supreme Court if it comes to that. And that was something that investors obviously don't want, right?
That's true.
Following that logic, one of our friends, Beep,
you're talking about what now, yeah?
You can't say that. Following one of our friends' investment, he bet against the market, Nasdaq especially, since Nasdaq is the volatile one, like with all the tech companies in it. It rose crazy shit.
Yeah. He had a huge loss. Actually.
Yeah, he had to bear a huge loss, about 50% of his portfolio.
About that,
he lost about 50% of his position, and the logic behind it was, obviously there was chaos, but investors were really, really confident in the market. And that happened because of the Senate thing. Like, they weren't expecting the Senate to be a Republican one and House of Parliament to be a Democrat one, because obviously, like, after 4 years of Trump in the White House, 4 or 5 years? 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
4 years of Trump in the White House, a lot of the Easterners, especially, weren't very fond of him. But like, states people obviously love him at this point. We can tell. Yeah.
He also invested in NEO, this electric.
NEO is a really good investment because NEO is obviously a competitor to Tesla, but it's like speculated that backed up by China. Yeah, I mean Tesla is a big firm, but yes.
Okay.
And NEO rose about like 50%, I guess.
Nearly 60 actually. That's 60. What he was saying, yeah.
60%.
That's what he said.
Good. Yeah. I mean, that's a good investment if he had decided to keep it. Gold was a good investment until today. It fell bad shit today.
NEO's going good actually, yeah.
Oh, NEO actually
in 6 months time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, what we did like back in, I guess, May, we started doing this all of So it was Dan and I who actually decided to do that.
Yeah.
We put £300. Then we asked other friends if they can chip in money, and their ideas too, obviously. I mean, money comes with enzymes. So they chipped in some money, and we collected an amount of about, say, £1,800, right?
At the beginning, yeah.
At the beginning. And first month was good, with the Norwegian cruise line rising, Cinnamon rising, and every other thing.
Too good to be good.
Yeah, but it was super easy to make it on Etoro.
Yeah, it was super easy. Account and...
I
think that there's no commissions as well when you create it.
Exactly.
That's really good.
Fun fact is, like, you just need £100, I guess, or $100 to start with. Yeah, to start it. And then you can copy other traders too, which we didn't. We decided to take risk and just experiment around with our hard savings.
It's interesting that you can see the beta as well of the companies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can see all the balance sheets of their assets, their liabilities, their revenues, and every other thing under it, and it's like really up to date. Like, they even have Q3 reportings that just came out like last month.
There is one thing that it wasn't really an issue, but if we were to invest into US stocks.
Yeah. So
because of your account, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not a European, as you can tell, but I had to sign a waiver form saying that I would have to pay taxes, which obviously I would have to. and then we were able to sell US commodities and US indices and every other stuff, right?
But still, how long did it take to do that?
It was a bit of complex at
Okay.
first, but then you just have to sign a form for it, and it was fine then.
That's fine.
Because I think it was mostly because we didn't have knowledge about that,
Yeah.
but ultimately it was fine.
So when you send the form, how long did it take to get?
Oh, it was like 5 minutes.
So right
5 minutes.
after you do that, you can actually
Yeah,
start?
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So it's just really quick. Like
Awesome.
Etoro is super efficient. Obviously, there are other platforms where you can trade at and buy stocks, indices, currencies, cryptocurrencies, and all other stuff. But we find that Etoro was very convenient, right?
That's
So in Etoro, you have all the indices like
Nasdaq,
JP20, Nasdaq,
SPX,
SPX 500, and I think the Joes and Dones is over there too.
probably, yeah.
And that was a good one. And Facebook actually rose too much. Snapchat rose too much after their Q3 reporting, if you remember that, because like people were skeptical of Facebook given its 2016's history, right?
Yeah.
So people invested more in advertisements in Snapchat, and Snapchat shares rose a lot. As of 9th of November, all of them are dropping a bit. Like I think Snapchat dropped about 8%, Netflix dropped about 8%, and surprisingly we have that in our portfolio.
Nice, nice.
Since it's a lockdown and we thought people would be more interested in spending time at home and
Wow.
watching a lot of Netflix, but it's not happening.
At the moment, it's pretty low. Well,
Yeah.
it's just -2%.
But like at the end, we would just like to say that obviously market is very volatile. It's all Brownian motion. You can't predict how high it can go at one point because now S&P 500 was at its highest.
It was insane. We saw the
Yeah,
remember that crazy profits.
yeah. But like it was its highest in 2 years this time, given the election and the pandemic,
Yeah.
especially during the pandemic when there's a financial crisis going all around.
That's true.
Yeah, and all the companies, big companies, are like making people redundant and stuff. So this was surprising to me, honestly. But like given the logics and every other way, obviously you have to follow logics, but still it's a Brownian motion, so you never know what's going to happen next time or like other second, especially with Nasdaq. Nasdaq is really volatile. But in the long run, if you need to have a strong portfolio, what you need to do is
Diversified, first of all.
exactly diversification is really important.
That's really
So if you're buying something in favor of market, like the indices, it's preferable if you buy it against the market too. Like obviously betting, you can bet against the market too, but I would feel like having gold or any other commodities would be good, essential. Like
That's
oil
right.
went up really.
Well, we did used to have Royal Dutch as well for some time.
Royal Dutch. Oh yeah, Shell.
Shell,
Yeah.
we had Shell.
But like you can directly buy the commodities on the Etoro
Yeah.
account too. And you can buy silver, platinum or any other commodity
Copper.
you're interested in. Copper.
Yeah.
Oil was a really good one. Oil is actually really up today. And as of our standing at right now, we have invested in Apple too, and there's an event tomorrow. Apple. We just are thinking of selling it right after the Apple event.
And we do have $300 on that.
Yeah,
on the
$300.
stocks. So
I mean, we're just noobs over here, and we're just starting it, so it's like $300 is way too much for us as a
But-
student. So yeah,
yeah, let's
given
hope
we don't
it
have a
will
part-time
go up.
job right now, so yeah, that is actually a lot.
Yeah, let's just hope it'll go up.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I can speculate it going up by like at least 3 to 4%, because that's what happened with the iPhone when they released the iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone 12, yeah.
Yeah, and right after the event, it actually comes down, so we have to sell it right after the event. Yeah, and for the long run, like investing in indices is a really great thing. So you invest, like the thing is with investing, it's kind of addictive, but like what I would suggest.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, but I would suggest my viewers is that like they invest in it something more sustainable. Like what was the name of the company? Solar.
Solar Edge Technology.
Solar Edge Technology, that is more towards renewable energy and stuff. And since
Yeah.
Biden is in the power, there is a more chance that he would take a firm stance on the
That's
fossil
the prediction.
fuels and like take a more firm stance on the ESG policies, especially.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of companies like BlackRock and other big companies are already in pursuit of it, so it's a good thing. And then you can invest in Tesla, NEO, and obviously they're going up right
Of course, pharmaceutical companies.
pharmaceutical companies. So as of 9th of November, Pfizer announced that they have come up with a vaccine that works 90%, but surprisingly we're losing money on
what's
it.
happening.
It went down by,
It is really
for us, we invested in it after the
well,
news.
we've got minus, yeah,
So
6%.
we lost about 6% of our position on it. But in the long run, the indices are a really secure thing to do. So you invest in, say, UK 100, FTSE 100, or like S&P 500, and because they're like an average of all these 500 companies or 100 companies, they usually tend to grow more, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So in the long run, it's a good thing. But like right now, because of the election and everything, I think we should wait for the dust to settle first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like my friend Beep.
Yeah.
So I don't want to bet against it. I'm not being
Yeah.
greedy right now. I just want to play safe, and playing safe is like investing in a more sustainable thing.
Especially in our positions.
Yeah. So like invest in JP Morgan, invest in Morgan Stanley, all other big financial institutes. Amazon is a good, yeah, dude. Like in a lockdown, Amazon was a really good thing. Yeah. Amazon stocks rose way too much in the first lockdown, and in the second wave, we are actually speculating it to grow even more, but it's not happening as of now. But okay, fingers crossed.
Let's wait for it, yeah.
Not. So in order to play safe, I hope you got something out of our little conversation over here. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching
Yeah, see you
our
later.
mini episode. Peace. We'll see you next time. Peace out.
Take care.